A very warm and hearty good day to all of you. My name is Ramanpreet Kaur Bhatia. I am a chartered accountant from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, a certified practicing accountant from CPA Australia, and a distinguished Toastmaster from Toastmasters International. In this video, I'll be talking about the concept of disruption, reasons of disruption in business models, what are the different disruption techniques, as well as some of the strategies that should be employed to combat such disruptions in business models. I hope all of you will find some value in today's video. Disruption. We all know that industries, products, and services and business models tend to evolve through continuous improvement, and industries in organization process progress through a life cycle. We studied that. However, innovations are introduced that continuously change the basis of competition in a market, and these innovations they result in transformation, or technically what we call as disruption. That is disruption, right? This transformation, it brings a substantial change in industry. And this innovation, it changes or shifts the basis of competition in the industry. It means any innovation bringing a change in the industry. In general, if we just want to understand what is disruption in just a layman terms, my organization is working very smoothly. I am doing great. I'm making a great product that is offering value proposition to my customers. Customers are happy. They are buying my products and I'm making profit. Suddenly, someone enters the market. They notice what kind of product am I delivering to my customers. They start making innovations or changes in that product, and then they start offering that improved or innovated product to my customers. Definitely, my customers will shift base. In a calm sea, certainly some disruption has taken place. Suddenly, some ripple has taken place. That is disruption. Disruption usually happens with innovation, or another alternative name that we can use for innovation is improvement, right? So whenever we make any improvement, whenever we make any innovation, the whole business model needs to get revamped, right? We say that the basis of competition in a market is shifting. Now, what are, just recall, what were the basis of competition that we studied in module 2? They were demand, they were choice, they were the cost, that it was the cost, it was the risk, it was the price, and it was the competitive advantage. If any of, when innovation comes and a change comes in any of these bases of competitions, be it demand, choice, price, cost, risk, competitive advantage, a disruption comes. Or any innovation is done, or any breakthrough is there, any breakthrough, I mean, there is a new research in the market. So that research, maybe that research was just in matters of concept, but that concept, that research has changed the mindset of the customers. Right? Now customers want a change, a disruption, or a new growth. As it is written in the slide, that company which is on decline stage or is reviving itself. My industry, my organization, I am going through I'm going through a fall in the life cycle stage. I am in the decline stage of the life cycle process. But I want to stay competent. I want to stay relevant. What will I do? Maybe me, myself, I will bring a change in my product. Maybe because of that change, there is, I mean, the way I'm going down, maybe I can rise up again. So that is the new growth which is done by the company itself, a company which is on the declining stage. So what are the reasons for disruption? First and foremost, along with its alternative name, innovation and improvement. Second one is breakthrough. Third one is new growth, a company which is on declining stage and is reviving itself. And why is there a need for innovation or changes? Because there may be change in demand, because there may be change in choice, because there may be change in price, change in cost, change in my risk capability, change in the competitive advantage seen. If any of these things happen, a disruption is bound to come. Now, what happens if a disruption comes in the industry? We know that disruption is a continuous process. It's a continuous process. It is not that today a disruption has come and I have made changes in my business model, everything will be smooth thereafter. Yes, everything will be smooth thereafter, but after some time, maybe a new innovation comes. It's not. No business is stagnant. No market is stagnant. There is no saturation. There are improvements happening. There are innovations happening all around us. So it's not that if we have dealt with the disruption at one point in time, we are sorted forever. No, it's a continuous process. We have to change. We have to evolve ourselves continuously. What happens if a disruption happens in an established business? My organization is very big. It's too large. I am making profits. I am in a very better situation. Do I need to check out who is there in the market, who is coming in the market, who is entering the market, who is bringing? Yes, of course, I need to keep an information about my competitors, the products that they are offering. But many a times, large organizations, they are just busy with themselves. They are just busy giving the quality products to the customers. So what is the stage one? Established business, they do not take disruptions, right, seriously and remain busy with their own operations. There may be a mindset that, oh, this is a new competitor. This is the product that he's offering. Okay, I mean, this is not going to harm me in the near future. Let me not take it seriously. Let me just concentrate on myself. So that is usually the first stage. Now, what happens? This new entrant, he is just creeping in the market. He is making his small steps and entering the market. That is the second stage. Disruptors bring their new business model, new or better product, improving themselves continuously, and thus they start capturing the market. Now this big established business, now they suddenly get up and they need to fight back or they need to exit the market, right? Some innovation has happened, some disruption has happened. Either I'll fight back, either I'll tackle that disruption, or I will just move out of the market and give way to that new disruptor. So that brings us to our next question, dealing with digital disruption, technological disruption, or disruption due to business model change, right? The disruption could be on any front, digital, technological, which is the same thing, and due to change in the business model. Now, if established business want to fight back, it should firstly check if it is profitable to fight back or not in terms of value or worth. As an organization, I need to see, do I need to fight back? If I know that my profit is not going to increase a lot, if the value of that disruption is very less, do I need to just leave? Or should I let this new disruptor capture? Okay, you can take little part of the market. The bigger portion is on my side. I'm not going to fight with you, right? Because the value, the worth is very less. So first of all, an established business, it needs to check whether it is even profitable to fight back, right? If yes, right, we are left with two options. We want to fight back or we want to exit the market. If yes, manage present business and disruption together. This should be the very first step and a very important step. Why? I am doing something. A new disruption has come in. Does that mean that I will leave something which I'm doing right now and I should just focus on that disruption? No. I have to manage my present business as well. I have to manage my present goodwill. I have to manage my present brand. I have to manage the present value proposition that I'm offering to my customers. Along with that, I have to deal with the disruption. The second, okay, now I've decided I'll manage my present business and I'll manage the disruption together. Present business, I'm well versed with, I'm doing great in it. Disruption, how should I manage? First of all, I'll check my internal and external environment. We'll undertake the same studies, if you recall, which we studied in module 2 and module 3. We'll just analyze the internal and external environment. We'll analyze, do we have the resources and capabilities to manage with that disruption. There is a new product. I want to compete with that new product, or there is a new technology. I want to deal with that technology, but I do not have resources. I do not have that digital, or I do not have that technological intelligence, experience, resources with me. So what should I do? I have to first analyze what is it that I have, what all I need to buy from market. If required, procure extra resources and extra experience. If need be, collaborate with others, right? Take others also in your stride and then work together. Keep strong position by adhering to rules and regulations. So that is very important for an established business, because right now they have certain goodwill, right? They follow certain rules and regulations. They will manage that disruption by adhering to those rules and regulations, right? So what we have done is we have studied the the stages of disruption, the effect of disruption on established business. First of all, they won't take those threats very seriously. Now when the new disruptor, it starts to expand its foot in the market, then they will take, established business will take a note. It will decide whether I need to fight back or I need to exit the market. If I need to fight back, I have to manage my present business also. I'm not going to leave that. Plus, I'm going to manage the disruption. Now, to manage the disruption or to deal with disruption, I have to first analyze the internal and external environment. I have to analyze, do I have the resources? If I do not have the resources, I'll buy the experience, I'll procure the resources, and if need be, I'll collaborate with others, and I'll keep a strong position of myself in the market by following all rules and regulations. So that is the effect of disruption on established markets. Then we said that disruption starts with innovation, or as I said, this innovation could be an alternative to the improved performance. So improved performance is same, it's some innovation is happening. So what is the disruption mechanism process? Just look at the figure which is given here. It says the first stage is industry incumbents improve product or service performance. This is for me. This is for me as an organization. No disruption has happened, but on my own, I have made some innovation, I have made some improvements, and I'm improving my product or service performance. Second step is I'm giving great value proposition to my customers. My performance is exceeding my customers' needs, right? Till here, it's all okay. It's all within the company's control. It's all within the organization's control. I have improved my product, and my product is giving great value proposition to my customers. Now, a disruptive innovation happens. Some innovation has happened. Because of that, a disruption has happened. Now, what is happening is that disruptive innovation, it is competing with the present industry players. Earlier, my organization was the only one, organization A. Now, organization B has also entered with an innovative or improved product, and now they are competing with the established company or established industry players, right? So that is disruption mechanism, and it starts with innovation. Now we know what is innovation, right? We know what is disruption and how disruption is happening. Now we'll just try and have a look at what are the types of disruption. What is the process of disruption? How does disruption actually happens? So there are two ways: low end disruption and new market disruption. First, we talk about low end disruption. It simply means low performance, low price innovation. Where I'm going to bring that low price innovation and with a low performance product in an existing low end market. Market is already there. I am slowly creeping in. I am giving a very substandard kind of product to the customers, but that substandard product is of it's a very low price innovation, right? To take an example of it, we can just say, again, a layman kind of example. There is a big cloth market, people are selling, there are big designers around. Slowly, a new designer enters, and what this designer is doing, it is providing innovation, very slight change in the designs, and it's providing also that slight change at a low price. What will happen is the customer who is going to the next showroom of a good branded big designer will see that, okay, I'm getting the almost the same, maybe of low quality design. I'll just move into the new designer's store and I'm getting that for lesser price. Maybe, it's a very low end kind of disruption. Now another example which we can give is Netflix, right? Because in its because in its initial service it was just a video rental service that involved customers ordering online and then waiting for some days to receive the video by mail, right? Very basic service, and at the end of the rental period the customers have to return back the video to Netflix. Till that time, it was okay. It was not competing with the mainstream customers of the video rental stores, which were already there. Because the customers, they could buy or they could ask for renting of only the old movies or the old series or the old documentaries. They never had access to the new releases. Till then, it was okay. Netflix entered the market, it just started renting the old movies or old programs to the customers. What happened after that? The proper video rental stores during those times who were considered as premium, they could also rent the new releases, which Netflix was not doing. Slowly, what happened was the technology improved. The internal digital transformation took place in Netflix, and Netflix moved to an online streaming model. It changed its business model and it started offering low price subscription, on demand consumption, and matching or exceeding the service offered by the video rental stores. Now, this was a big threat, and this was the low end disruption. Netflix, it entered the market slowly by giving a low performance product and by giving a low price information, and it gave a little chance to the present big video rental stores to adapt themselves. Now imagine what would have happened if the Netflix had entered the market on a big scale. Definitely, most definitely, those big video rental stores, they would have changed their technology immediately. But Netflix did not give them this chance. It slowly entered the market. It made its mark in the market. It captured a reasonable number of audience. And then with the new innovation, with the new technology, it made a strong imprint in the market. And it gave a tough competition to the existing players. That is low end disruption. If we talk about the new market disruption, that is also a low performance product, that is also a low price innovation. But here what happened is a totally a new market is created. Now this can be explained with this example of the online trading. What happens here is, the because of low commission, what is the trademark of new market disruption? Customers are, there may be some customers whose needs, whose demands have not been met. Some product is there, but that product is not giving them that value proposition, right? They are not liking the existing product in the present market, or the customers are not able to use that product because of some difficulty. So what happened with online trading? Because of low commission, it entered the market with a low price product, which is the low commission. More customers have started dealing in the market. They know that I have to pay very less commission, so let me better try doing the online trading, right? Online trading, which was a contrast to the trading at the stock exchange, the physical trading at the stock exchange. So because of low commission, more customers have started dealing in the market. Because of general advice or self-style interface, new customers have made the way for new market. People who were not trading earlier, now they have also come because it's a self-style interface. They said, we are not doing any trading, let us also try. So new customers also have come in. Right. Another example is 3D printing. Although it's a low cost product, but it opens other applications for use. Right. So there are two types of disruptions: low end disruption, entering the market with a low performance product, with a low price innovation, but the market is already there, the market is already existing, and it's attracting those customers who are overserved by the functionality of their current provider. Example of it is Netflix. Then there is new market disruption, low price innovation, low performance product, but it is creating a new market. People were not getting value proposition earlier. Now they're able to have a good value. They're able to get a good value. Even the new customers have joined in that new market, right? So that is the types of disruption. Now the disruption has happened, right? Now, what are we going to do with that? Digital disruption stop techniques, right? Now, earlier we said that when we talked about the effects of disruption on the established business, we said that the established business need to manage their present business, and they have to make an adjustment for the disruption as well. But remember, it's not that if I am earning 100 rupees today, if I'm earning some money today, it's not that I'm using all of that money. I am saving some money for my future use. I am saving some money for my as my precautionary measure. So each and every business, however profitable it is, it needs to provide a reserve for precautionary measures. It needs to set aside a reserve for any disruption which is happening, or for any improvements that they have to do in the future, right? So make your business prepared for any kind of disruption through defensive and precautionary measures. Now here we are talking about digital disruption stop techniques, but this is a kind of these techniques, they can be used for anything, right? Digital disruption, or maybe a disruption due to a changed business model. What are these techniques? The first one is block strategy. As the name states, block. Somebody is trying to enter my market, I'll use the present rules and regulations, and I'll tell them that you are not adhering to rules, you cannot come in the market, right? It's a legitimate means. It's a legal mean. So block the disruptor with all possible legal means and rules. Remember the word legal. The legality has to be there, right? So block strategy. The second one is milk strategy. Now, what is milk? What is milking, right? Milking means to take whatever is profitable in the business. I am doing a business, my competitor has joined in, some disruption has come in. What I'll do is I have to manage my present business. So I'll take out whatever profitable is left in my present business, and alongside I'll manage the disruption. So I will try and make, because from where will I get the funds to manage that disruption? From the present business itself, right? So I have to milk business while it is still profitable. The third one is invest in disruption model. You are bringing the disruption. Okay, let me take over you so that there is no competition. The competition is finished. Organization A is there. B has entered. Let me take over B. Now it becomes AB company, right? The disruption is ended. The competition is ended. So invest in disruption model. The fourth technique is disrupt current strategy and get in aggressive competition with the disruptor. Organization A is doing its business. Organization B has entered. Organization A is very competitive. It will say, you are making a change, you are making an innovation, let me also make an innovation. You are making an improvement, let me also make my improvement. You are introducing this business model, let me introduce even a better business model. So what I am doing here is I am getting into aggressive competition with the disruptor, and I'll defeat my disruptor. So that's a disruption stop technique. The next one is retreat into a strategic niche strategy and go to those markets where there is less disruption. Same industry, but the market is new. Why same industry? Because I have my expertise in the present market, right? So in the present industry. So what I'll do is I'll just slightly move and I'll go to that market where I can use my present strategy. I'll remain in the same industry, but I'll give the disruptor away. I'll move to a new market. The next one is redefine core strategy and go to the neighbor strategy or related industry or industries where I can use my capabilities. Here I am changing my industry. I'm going to a related industry, right? So that's how, retreat into a strategic niche strategy and redefine core strategy. That way I am stopping the disruption. The last one is, of course, very obvious: exit strategy. Leave everything, leave the business, and just go in your own shell, right? So digital disruption stop techniques: block strategy, milk strategy, invest in disruption strategy, disrupt current strategy, retreat into a strategic niche strategy, and redefine core strategy, exit strategy. So we have in all 7 disruption stop techniques. Now we have talked about disruption stop techniques, but do we know how can we disrupt the business? How can we actually disrupt the business? I am a new organization and I want to disrupt. I want to enter this market. I want to create a disruption. We'll talk about certain disruptive business models. The first one is subscription model. Very simple example of it is maybe the newspaper subscription that we have. right? So the subscription model, what is the disruption point? The lock-in period. We know that you have to subscribe to us for 6 months. You have to subscribe to us for 12 months. You have to subscribe to us for 3 years. So till 3 years, you cannot move out. Subscription model. I have made a disruptive business model. So what is the disruption point? The lock-in period. Customer is data is taken to personalize the product. When the customer leaves the subscription, it involves cost in terms of convenience, right? Say we are talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn has taken in my data. I have taken premium LinkedIn, and they have taken my data, and I have subscribed to them. Now if I leave that subscription, there is a cost. It involves a cost. I can incur some losses, right? So subscription model is the first disruptive model. Then we have freemium model, giving most of the services free, but charging for premium services. Example is LinkedIn, Spotify, right? LinkedIn says that you can use my services for free, but if you want premium LinkedIn account, you have to pay something, right? When it is appropriate, where marginal costs for extra units and distribution are lower than advertising revenue or sale of personal data. So that is freemium model for us. The next one we have is digital platform model, digital marketplace. Earlier, people used to go physically to markets to shop for something. Now the digital marketplace has come in, right? We are going to market, we have a shopkeeper, there is a customer, we are dealing with each other. Now that shopkeeper, that customer, they have shifted to online, they have shifted digital, they have made a digital marketplace for themselves. For example, Amazon, where users and providers can be in directly in touch with each other. What is the disruption point? An organization no longer needs any specific location and can directly compete with established players, right? Airbnb. We can make a booking on an Airbnb sitting at whatever place I am. I'm giving a tough competition to the hotels. I'm sitting at one place, the consumer has contacted me, and I've just rented out my room to that person. So it's a digital marketplace. The next one we have is access over ownership model, which is basically the renting system, right? Um, what is the disruption point? The shared economy. Now, how does it work? You need not to buy my product. You can just have an access to it. For example, nowadays there are renting of clothes also, right? You need not to own that clothing material. You can just take it on rent. So I am also earning, you are also getting a benefit. It's a shared economy, access over ownership model. The next one is hypermarket model. Either will break the market with competition or will break themselves. What does it mean? It means I have entered in competition with someone. When we talked about the disruption stop techniques, we talked about invest in disruption, right? So what I'm going to, or getting in competition, aggressive competition with the disruptor. So here in this hypermarket model, what will I do is I will break the market with competition. I'll give a tough competition to my competitors to break them, even even if I have to go in losses, but I need to be on the winning stride. I need to defeat my competitors. For that, maybe I have to incur some losses, right? Either will break the market with competition or will break themselves. Will my stakeholders allow that? Because a business is run only for profit. So it is important to have a confidence of stakeholders for such aggressive kind of model. Of course, wealthy and self-sufficient organizations can afford this model. They can afford to sell their products at loss also for some time. But the middle or lower level organizations, they break down at some stage. They cannot enter, they cannot deal with this hyper market model kind of thing because it's very aggressive. The next one we have is experience model. Seller will give an experience of the product that convinces the customer to buy it. Right? For example, Ferrari, a luxury brand of cars. What do? They fly their customers to the place of manufacture and get the customized cars for their customers. Right? What what do? They give an experience of the actual product to the customer. They convince the customer that this is the experience that you are going to get with the final product. You don't want to buy it, don't buy it, but just come with us. We want to give you an experience. Right? When the customer gets an experience, they are convinced that yes, I want to buy this. So that is also kind of disruption. Then we have service ecosystem model, creation of value by providing services by together many service providers in the business ecosystem. Right? Selling such products which are interlocked and interdependent, and the customer becomes dependent on you. Two service providers, they join hands and they start fighting against the third service provider. That is service ecosystem model. Organization A combines with organization B, and together they give a tough competition, or they give a competition to organization C. Or the other cases, I'm selling some product, example Apple. If I want to use an Apple Watch, I need to have an iPhone. If I want to use an iPad, I need an Apple phone. Right? So it's an ecosystem. I have brought a disruption just by introducing one watch. I have made people dependent on the iPhone also. So that is service ecosystem model. So these are some of the hyper disruptive business models that are used to create disruptions. Then we have leadership qualities for some disruption issues, right? Why are we studying disruption in so much detail? So that we can prepare for it, right? The first one is, if I depend on customers and investors for resources, do not touch customers' need at present. This disruption has happened. Do not touch customers' need at present. Make an independent unit which works at low cost and then tackle the disruption, which is the same point when we talked about manage the present business and tackle the disruptions also. Right? Do not touch the present customer needs. Let your present business go on smoothly as it is going right now. Make a separate unit to tackle that disruptions. The next issue is small market do not meet, the growth needs of large companies. This means large companies usually wait. This is, if you recall, the effect of disruption on established business. So what they do is that they wait for the small business to till the time the small companies will become big, and then only a big company will start investing in small companies. Accordingly, do not make a reserve for resource allocation. Right? In the meantime, a new company may enter the market, then the existing big company has to decide quickly if it wants to invest in the smaller market or not. The next one is technology supply may not equal market demand. An organization needs to be competitive in the current market. At the same time, it should be competitive in the low price market also. Right? We have to make an analysis of the entire environment around us. And we need to be competitive in the overall environment. Non-existence of any future market or future market innovation. How should an organization analyze and plan for it? Of course, make a provision for it. Make a provision for discovery driven planning, make a provision for any unforeseen event that may happen in the future. The next is managers should understand that innovation is needed not only in present time but also in future. What should you do? You should try and make a provision for resources and capabilities that you may require in future also. Right? So do not just be, we also talked about that the planning for disruption means that we are taking some action because on precautionary basis. I'm making, I'm reserving some of my resources and capabilities. I'm making a provision for them because a disruption might happen in the future. So a leader has to be prepared in each and every situation. So what we have discussed in the present video is what is disruption, what are the reasons of disruption, innovation, what are the effects of disruption on an established business. We also talked about the strategy, how we can deal with disruption, or how can the economy, we want to disrupt some economies. We discussed about those disruption models also. We also talked about what are the leadership qualities which have to be used by the leaders to manage disruption. I hope these concepts are clear. Please do let me know through your valuable feedback and comments. In the next video, we'll be talking about the sustainability and business models. We'll also be talking about the emerging national markets and the business models. We'll be talking about value creations in business ecosystems and value-based strategy in business ecosystem. Till then, keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.